quite some time in the past in a puzzling spot called the Pixie Mountain. A snake evil spirit known as Ching is swimming nimbly inside the lake, yet she can't resist the urge to feel a bitterness inside her heart. The lady gazes upward into the mountains as she takes out the blossom soul given to her by her sweetheart, and uncovers that they haven't seen each other for more than 300 years. The evil spirit starts to cry as her attacks icicles, while she suffocates inside the water, and being drunk by the forlornness inside her heart, a man can rush in immediately and salvage her from the lake, as he wakes her into awareness by and by. Incidentally, the man is a mountain god called Z, and he believes that the young lady should neglect about her perfect partner who's lost inside the human world. However, the young lady is plainly reluctant to give up. In some cases later inside the close-by city, individuals are hosting a get-together where various delightful ladies are engaging their visitors. Their most lovely young lady, known as Jin, can transform every one of the men into nothing, be that as it may. While gradually getting into the shower, one of her clients goes into her room and attempts to get sexual intercourse. In any case, when the man pivots, he's scared to see that the young lady is feeling the loss of her face. The man attempts to run, however is come by the ladies enchanted that catches the casualty's soul into the pit. Incidentally, every one of the young ladies are evil spirits who are devouring the casualty's energies. Furthermore, this has alarmed the evil spirit hunters into the city. Notwithstanding, the hunter are gone after by the foe immediately, who killing them right away. The hunters attempt to retaliate by shooting the bolts. However, the lady can evade the assaults by bouncing across the rooftop. This makes the hunter pursue the foe, and the evil presence run into a structure where they intend to chase down the horrible evil presence. The hunter walk into the room. However, their leader Lang understands that something is off base as the hunters are trapped by the lady immediately. The devil see going after them, yet they are safeguarded by Lang, who is avoid the assaults and kick the adversary away. This permits the man to utilizing his wizardry, which can trap the lady inside a power field and making her battle. The hunter kicks the devil onto the ground, prior to fixing her wizardry and wounding her in the chest, which traps the evil spirit into his weapon. It just so happens, the tracker are chasing after evil spirits' energies to fix their expert's disease. Their commander Lin uncovers that the main thing missing now is the core of a snake evil spirit, which propels them to go towards the Pixie Mountain. The ignorant that the scorpion evil presence Jin has become more grounded subsequent to taking the spirits of every one of her casualties, and she intends to kill the snake devil too to take the lady's heart. Simultaneously, the hunters are intending to leave the city. However, Lang faculties the devil sovereign's presence, who's going to the mountains. This makes the hunter pursue her, as they show up before a gigantic mountain that is guarded by a strong safeguard, however still up in the air to wander inside. The hunter walk into the area so they can find the snake evil spirit. The mountain god knows about their intruding as he watches them. Lang feel that something is off base, as a tempest is evoked overhead, which makes every one individuals take out their swords. Be that as it may, everything is past the point of no return, as the mountain god invokes a strong spell, also tossing the sorcery straightforwardly at the hunters. The hunter watch in dismay as every one of the trees shake, and individuals are tossed very high as the grounds have flipped around. Lang sees this and salvage the bad habit commander, as they attempt frantically to take off from the area by bouncing across the trees. Before individuals can get away, they run into the scorpion evil presence, who assaults them angrily and making them fall. The lady acquires the benefit as she pushes the man in reverse, while the devil hunter takes a stab at retaliating by utilizing his sorcery. The evil spirit sees this and takes out her tail, cutting the man on the shoulder and causing him gigantic agony. The hunter can invoke his power, which blows the lady away, while making him fall into the lake. Before the man can suffocate, the snake evil spirit shows up in the nick of time, however is amazed to see that Lang very closely resembles the individual that she cherished. This makes the lady save the devil hunter, as she brings him towards the surface. At times later, the man can awaken, and understands that he's stripped before a delightful lady. The young lady attempts to comfort the hunter, however Lang takes off as he rejects. Be that as it may, Ching continues to stop him like an unpleasant ex. In any case, the man sees that his weapon is vibrating, which causes him to understand that the young lady is a devil. However, the hunter is frail to escape as she tosses him down. Ching shows him the bloom soul and perceives the man, and makes sense of that Lang is the rebirth of her perfect partner, yet the hunter has no memory of his past recollections. This makes him run outside. However, the snake devil can get the man, furthermore, demonstrate that all that she said is valid. The lady brings the devil hunter across the mountains and showing up under a monster tree, where Lang understand that he's been here previously. Unexpectedly, the hunter is having dreams of the past, while the snake evil presence tells the man that he used to be a divinity of the giant tree that would constantly safeguard her. Nonetheless, when the lady turned out to be sick, the god chose to disrupt the guidelines of the sky and resuscitated his sweetheart by utilizing the product of life. This made the divine beings rebuff the man by removing his powers and making him a human forever. Ching attempts to cause the memorable man all his previous recollections, however Lang won't acknowledge reality. as he was told since early on that all devils are underhanded essentially. The hunter advises the young lady to at absolutely no point ever follow him in the future, prior to stomping off the area all without anyone else, while leaving the lady with nothing terrible trouble. Be that as it may, the scorpion evil spirit is still inside the mountains. Furthermore, she's rapidly ready to have one of Ching's evil spirit companions also, simultaneously, Lang attempting to escape from the evil presence's home. However is diverted by the fireflies that are meandering in the air. The scorpion evil spirit shows up too, and conjuring her wizardry towards the man, which makes every one of the bugs assault the hunter. Lang attempts to shield himself, yet is overwhelmed by the animals. Furthermore, crushed onto the floor, the scorpion devil goes to the hunter try to kill him. Yet at the same the green snake rush in without a moment to spare while thumping the foe away. Ching takes the risk and releases her weapons, while the scorpion evil presence is deriding Lang for cherishing a human, before at long last uncovering her actual structure. The snake devil sees this and surges into assault, yet is barraged by the rival's poison which makes her battle. With no other decision, Ching releases every one of her powers and changes into a giant snake, while sending off towards the foe for the kill. The scorpion is compelled to protect herself by utilizing her dark enchantment, however has inconvenience keeping down the monster animal. The green snake can get through the boundary and thumping the foe across the extension, while the snake thunders angrily, and driving the lady to withdraw immediately. Ching gets back to her human structure and rapidly goes towards the evil presence hunter, prior to giving the man all her energy and making her weak too. This makes Lang recuperate from his injuries, however he actually finds it extremely challenging to trust the snake evil spirit. Before the man can help the young lady, the mountain god shows up also and clutches the lady out of resentment, while chiding the hunter for being so ignorant concerning the snake evil presence's adoration for him. Lang chooses to leave and return back towards the sanctuaries, as the man starts to scrutinize his own judgment of good and fiendishness. He attempts to search for direction from his Lord Bay, and contemplates whether evil presences can be great as indeed, yet the elderly person cautions Lang to not be deceived by the vain behaviors of the foes. He reminds the hunter that the green snake was the person who caused him his sickness, in any case, and they should kill all evil spirits for the prosperity of mankind. Notwithstanding, Lang is still exceptionally tangled about common decency, as he can't envision killing the individual who saved his life, regardless of whether she is a malevolent evil spirit. Before the man can decide, he's intruded on by Lin, who brings him awful news. They go towards the urban communities and makes it into a dull rear entryway, where the man sees that more individuals have been killed by the horrendous devils. Unexpectedly, the hunter sees a shadow running on the rooftop, which makes individuals pursue the suspect away. They show up towards a huge structure, and are stunned to see the giant face of the scorpion evil presence drifting in the air. The foe starts causing an enormous twister which blows the people away utilizing huge power and sending the hunters into the water. Lang is tossed into the lake also. However, before the man can suffocate, numerous ropes taking hold of the hunter as pulls him towards the scorpion devil. The lady derides the individual for being deceived, while taking out the bloom soul from his heart, as she anticipates utilizing it to draw the green snake towards her. The supernatural thing in the long run makes it towards the Pixie Mountain, and the green snake right away understands that her perfect partner is at serious risk, which makes her rush towards the city. The lady follows the bloom soul and shows up towards the structure, where she observes that the scorpion evil presence is keeping her sweetheart locked down. Ching advises the adversary to let the man go, however this main sources the scorpion to go after Lang, and moving the lady in reverse by utilizing her enchantment, the devil conjuring the components of ice, which debilitate the green snake. In any case, Ching will not surrender as she dispatches straightforwardly at the devil. The lady goes after the scorpion angrily, yet is immediately countered by the rival's sorcery that sends her flying in reverse. Ching can recuperate and dispatches all her sorcery towards the evil spirit, which causes their energies to viciously conflict. The green snake gain the benefit, which permits her to send off in and slice the evil spirit right on the face while thumping her across the room. The scorpion is compelled to withdraw immediately, while the snake evil spirit tumbles down from the toxic substance simultaneously. Lang sees this and surges towards her, as he understands that the young lady is freezing too. Demise, the hunter vows to save her regardless. Prior to removing the lady from the area, the two shows up into a woodland, while the man attempts frantically to warm the evil presence's body and attempting to fix the toxic substance, as he will not allow the lady to pass on. Simultaneously, Ace Bay has gotten the report about the devil's assault, and hears from his understudies that Lang has decided to help the foe. This almost gives the elderly person a coronary episode, as he advises individuals to chase down the double-crosser. The hunters is search wherever inside the city, however they can't see as the whereabouts of Lang. The hunters show up under a dim backstreet as they cautiously adventure inside the region, yet they are brought down altogether, and leaving just the young lady alive. Out of nowhere, Lin feels that something is behind her, while the scorpion evil spirit charges at the young lady and assuming control over her body. The following morning, Lang awakens from his rest and understands that Ching has vanished, which makes him frantically search for the lady. However, she's mysteriously absent. Fortunately, the snake devil has previously recuperated from the toxic substance, as she's ready to recover all her powers, which puts a grin on the man's face. The young lady gets back to her human structure and thanks the person for saving her life, while Lang at long last starts to accept that perhaps evil spirits can be great too. In any case, before their discussion proceeds, they are intruded on by the other evil spirit hunters, who have at long last tracked down their area close by Ace Bay. The elderly person advises Lang to surrender the lady, while the tracker guarantees the expert that Ching is guiltless. However, his words just madden the people considerably more. Understanding that he cannot persuade individuals, Lang attempts to take off right away. While individuals are pursue them, the expert can pull the man towards him, while the others encompasses the evil presence. This allows the elderly person an opportunity to assault. However, Ching can counter by getting through the enchantment. The scorpion evil presences sees this and shoots her clear-cut advantage towards the young lady, which thumps Lang in reverse and making her battle in torment. Ching must choose the option to change into the monster snake, while sending off irately towards the people, and making them bounce. Lang attempts to prevent his companion from harming individuals, yet the scorpion starts utilizing her enchantment on the snake indeed. This makes the animal shout in torment, as it goes after the people while thumping individuals in reverse onto the ground. Seeing that his lord is harmed, Lang must choose the option to defy monster snake, as he utilizes the sorcery on his weapon to attempt to stop the snake evil spirit. While the animal is diverted, Ace Bay takes the risk and surges in towards the evil spirit, and figures out how to take out the snake's heart. This changes the evil presence back to her human structure, while the elderly person sees this and charges to the killer. Fortunately, the mountain divinity protects the lady, and removes her from the region. Z returns to the Pixie Mountains and has a go at utilizing every one of his powers to recuperate the green snake, which makes extraordinary harm himself all the while. The god returns towards the Tree of Life, as he bows down before the sky, and gets ready to take the discipline from the divine beings for utilizing his powers to restore an evil spirit. Various lightning bolts hitting him on the back, while removing every one of his powers and returning him into just a human. On the opposite side, Master Bay has gotten once again to his sanctuary, and utilizations the snake's heart to restore every one of his powers that were fixed away. The dim atmospheres totally changes the elderly person as it turns him back to his actual structure. What's more, uncovering that the expert was a devil this entire time, Bay starts consuming the energies from the understudies and killing them at the same time, while the scorpion evil spirit at long last uncovers her actual structure also. It just so happens, they have been cooperating all along to get revenge on Ching, as the elderly person was fixed by the snake devil quite a while in the past. Seeing that Bay has recovered a colossal measures of force, the scorpion needs a section of the energy too, however is deceived by her mate and killed. Thus what the elderly person doesn't understand is that Lang has been listening this entire time, and understands that a serious mix-up was made, as the hunter runs towards the Pixie Mountains right away. Simultaneously, Ching is at last ready to awaken, and is shocked that she's still alive, however understands that something is off base as the mountain divinity is no place in sight. She surges outside and goes towards her companion who is presently sitting alone, as she communicates her culpability for causing him all the aggravation and wretchedness. Be that as it may, Z just advises the young lady to deal with herself, as he can never again safeguard Lang any longer. A tempest starts to frame as Ching begins feeling that risk in shutting in, while all her devil companions show up towards the area also. Individuals let the lady know that the Pixie Mountain is in confusion, as their main god is no more ready to protect them from the malevolent that is drawing nearer. Before their discussion keeps, Ching understands that a strong element is currently here, and she's astonished to see that her old adversary the frog evil spirit has recaptured his powers. The elderly person taunts the young lady for being deceived by adoration, prior to charging advances to go after them. While everybody attempts to retaliate, the frog evil spirits acquires the benefit, as he causes a gigantic shockwave that sends every one individuals flying in reverse. The foe starts giggling derangedly, prior to going after the evil spirit, while Ching utilizes her sorcery to attempt to safeguard her companions. Notwithstanding, the rival's power level is serious areas of strength for excessively. He begins engrossing all the energies from the devils and transforming them all into dust. Ching sees this and delivers every one of her powers towards the foe by shooting incalculable shots at the frog devil. However, the entirety of her assaults are thumped away by the rival's otherworldly safeguard. The elderly person can find an opening from the snake evil spirit's assaults, as he charges advances and strikes her in the air. Z can protect the young lady, which permits the foe to strike him lethally on the back, and making the man tumble down in torment. Ching takes hold of her companion right away, while the man gradually passes on in her arms, yet he's ready to grin one final time in the wake of giving all that he has to his companion. Z starts going to clean inside the lady's hands, while Ching checks out at the foe in fierceness. She changes into the monster snake and dispatches irately towards the frog devil. while the adversary attempts to protect himself inside the animal's jaws. This causes a colossal blast inside the snake's mouth, that thumps the animal onto the floor. While the frog evil presence stands triumphant from the battle, fortunately, Lang can charge in the nick of time, and shoots his weapons towards the evil spirit's mystical safeguard. The hunter attempts to send off in to break the foe's protection, however is immediately discarded like a rag doll onto the floor. Yet again this permits Bei to start engrossing the human's energy. Yet Ching charges straightforwardly towards the frog evil spirit. Be that as it may, the adversary starts to change also, which thumps the snake up high. The giant frog takes hold of the snake evil presence, and discards the rival utilizing colossal force. The foe shouts angrily at the monster snake, prior to sending off in and pushing Lang in reverse, while the two beasts are gnawing into one another. The frog acquires the high ground by making a monstrous shockwave that tosses the snake evil spirit onto the floor. The foe takes the risk and energizes all his energy, prior to sending off the laser bar straightforwardly at the snake and driving her once again into her human structure. As she's lost the battle, Ching attempts frantically to take hold of her sweetheart, so they can be together in their last minutes. Shockingly, the hunter chooses to forfeit himself eventually, as he surrenders his own otherworldly energy to resuscitate the tree of life. This powers the man to battle in torment, as he bites the dust in Lang's arms also, which makes the lady shout in misery. The frog evil spirit sending off towards them. However, Ching is astounded to see a brilliant air sparkling over her. Incidentally, the tree's enchantment has at long last returned, and vanquishing the demon is capable out of sight, while returning the snake's heart into the lady's body. In any case, Ching can't feel any bliss realizing the Lang has passed on, and chooses to give the sky all her wizardry as a trade-off for the man's life. This makes the lady's body disintegrate as she lies on her sweetheart's chest, and transforming her into just a green snake. Lang can awaken accordingly, yet appears to have lost every one of his recollections as well. He sees the little creature on his body, and returns the snake onto the tree, prior to leaving the region in harmony. After 500 years, Ching can recapture her powers as she looks for her ex inside the human city. Be that as it may, this time she has one more partner on her side, as the white snake is here to help her also. The end. If you like this story, please subscribe to the channel and like it to motivate me to bring you more stories like this.